Please step forward.
Good afternoon, Chair Gabbard, co-chairs and committee members. My name is Michelle Matson. I'm president of the Oahu Island Parks Conservancy. I'm here in solidarity with the other testifiers in support of House Bill 106, inclusive of the repeal of Act 97. Act 97 eliminates a significant law created by the legislature in its wisdom to respond to the hazards of geothermal exploration and exploitation. Similar to the PLDC, Act 97 exempts geothermal resource exploration and development from established processes for land use designation and environmental review. Act 97 eliminates the subzone safeguard provisions clearly intended by the legislature to ensure that geothermal development would only occur in areas of the lowest potential environmental impact. This should not be compromised in any way, as it is an undisputable matter of public health, safety, and welfare. Geothermal subzones are required by HRS 205-5 Act 296, 1983. Act 296 emphasized the importance of protecting Hawaii's environment and people, respecting established land use policies and principles, recognizing proven as well as potential hazards, and providing for the involvement and meaningful input by any of the affected community. The legislature found that exploration and development of geothermal resources is of statewide concern and must be balanced with the interests in preserving Hawaii's unique social and natural environment. This was under Section 1 of Act 296. Similar to the PLDC, Act 97 now enables the following. Allows geothermal exploitation of all state land use categories: conservation, urban, rural, and agricultural. Fully disregards compatibility of industrial geothermal development with other uses within the immediate area and surrounding lands. Allows geothermal power plants to be built anywhere in agricultural and rural districts without a county land use permit or a public hearing. Act 296 provided that the geothermal resource permitting process authority would be the county government to ensure local control and public comment. Yet Act 97 strips county government of rightful and land use control over geothermal development and removes all meaningful opportunity for affected communities to respond. The established opportunities for public comment on undertakings of such magnitude must be ensured at both the state and county levels, especially in any and all affected communities. Most recently, it has become known that certain influences in the state are promoting the so-called enhanced geothermal process, otherwise known as hydraulic fracturing or fracking. This controversial and dangerous process has been outlawed in France, Vermont, New York, and has been met with strong legal challenges in California. I have just been given a note that there have been geothermal accidents on the Big Island very recently, and even, I believe, one yesterday. We cannot afford these risks without full disclosure and protection. It would behoove the committees to most seriously consider the ultimately destructive effects of geothermal exploration and exploitation under Act 97, which, like the PLDC, merely serves to expedite the geothermal process by removal of layers of government regulation and the associated potentially disastrous effects of fracking, drinking water poisoned by toxic chemicals, enormous consumption of finite domestic and agricultural water resources, polluted air and wildlife deaths, industrial disasters, as I've mentioned, and explosions, and last but not least, earthquakes. This has come out. It is public knowledge. You can find it on the internet. You can find the lawsuits in California on the internet. We must be very cautious. We must repeal Act 97. Thank you.
Ai ki aloha. My name is Mawani Keala Akaka. I'm with the Aloha Aina Education Center. I just wanted to support what was said by Mr. Chikasui as well as Michelle Matson. Act 106, we all know, was what is set up to repeal Act 97. We're concerned about the health and safety of the people of all of our islands. We need the subzones back. We should not be having industrialization haphazardly any old place, and we should not exploit our ceded lands without taking into consideration of where these projects are put. The subzones, definitely, at least the subzones should be reinstated. Mahalo.
Aloha. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm here representing the Big Island Community Coalition. Its mission is to drive electricity rates down. We were formed 5 months ago because enough is enough already of high electricity rates. Our electricity rates on the Big Island is 25% higher than Oahu. And it's been like that since anybody can remember. Although we are in strong support of HB 106, we are in favor of whatever vehicle gets us the lower cost electricity in a Puna way. I've been to 5 peak hour conferences, and I'm very concerned that we don't realize how serious or predicament in energy is. We are against making special geothermal subzones. It will take up valuable time and add to costs. In the Philippines, we visited a geothermal plant that was on the side of a volcano that had last erupted 100,000 years ago. Mauna Kea last erupted 4,000 years ago. Dr. Don Thomas detected possible hot rocks on Saddle Road when he was looking for water. Hawaii is way far behind third world countries as far as identifying geothermal resources. Advocating for cheap electricity strikes a note with people. No one has ever told us they disagree with us and want expensive electricity. And we have had good results. People showed up at the PUC hearings, and we were able to get the utility to withdraw its $19 million proposed rate hike. I don't know if it's ever been done before, where they proposed a rate hike and they pulled it completely back. Advocating for cheap for rubber slipper folks and achieving low electricity costs will give the rubber slipper folks discretionary income. Right now, the Big Island has the lowest median family income, and the east side of the island has the lowest of the island. I'd like to make a comment about the oil well drilling industry. It's a mature industry. There's been 2.5 million wells drilled since 1950. And 2010 and 2011, they drilled about 50,000 wells. And they deal with H2S and stuff like that all the time. Yeah, so it's a mature industry. Finally, food security involves farmers farming. If the farmer makes money, the farmers will farm. Lots of folks say they want to farm, yet the ag sector is declining, according to a recent study by UHERO. Everybody talks about farming, sounds like it's all going good, but the reality is that's not true. Electricity to cool produce and distribute, for the distributors, wholesalers, and then the supermarket raises people's food costs, as well as make Hawaii farmers less competitive. There is the reason that the ag sector is shrinking. Farmers are not making money. Low cost electricity will help our food security.
My name is Donna Wong. I'm the Executive Director of Hawaii's Thousand Friends, and we're in support of House Bill 106 because it offers a public process for all the people of Hawaii to get involved. And I disagree that our resources, geothermal resources, have not been discovered. So according to this 2003 map done for the U.S. Department of Energy, shows the resources that have been identified by U.S. DOE. So the resources have been identified, including 2 very large areas on Oahu, windward side and the leeward side. So this is a matter for all islands. This impacts all of us. It's no longer just a big island issue. So we all need rules and regs to follow in the public process. Thank you.
Catherine James from Kahuku. It appears that last few years have been a big challenge in values at the state capitol. PLDC was certainly one of the most despised bill that had gone through the state because it simply ignored the people and it simply just cut out the due process. And this Act 97 is pretty much in the same ballpark. And it is wrong that our government would in any way cut off the public process. It's as simple as that. Whatever it is, whether it is to try to get cheaper electricity or to make money for some corporations or to help revitalize or for energy, whatever good it may be, if we cut off the public due process, we are undermining the very cornerstone of what our democratic society is all about. And I sincerely hope that those who serve us and those who serve at this state capitol need to remember that we have to stand for something. If we do not stand for something as basic as due process and public engagement and transparency, we will fall for anything, and that is the very wrong direction to go. Thank you.
Mr. Gabbard, I lived there since before geothermal. Can I tell you about the accidents that happened?
You've already had a chance to testify. Thank you, sir.
For 10
And
seconds.
it should be in your testimony. Thank you very much. Anyone else? I'm sorry. All right, we'll take a brief recess. Chairs will confer.
Okay, so.
Well, okay, the chairs have conferred, and the recommendation of the chairs will be to defer this measure indefinitely. So adjourn this.
Thank you very much.
Please, don't you rock my boat, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocking anyhow. Please, don't you rock my boat, no, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocking